By a show of hands, how many of you have ever had an erection? I mean, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah, go on. Well, actually, ladies, you should be raising your hands too, because according to Ashley and our next startup, women also have erections. They're just a little less obvious, which is convenient. And it happens in their clitoris. Imagine a Fitbit for your clit. Yes, really. I hope you are intrigued enough and eager to learn more.
I'm Dr. Elliot Justin. I'm the CEO and the founder of MyFemmeTech and its new subsidiary, MyFemmeTech. Our mission...
Sweetheart, this is not the mic.
My wife of 36 years. Our mission at FemmeTech and FemmeTech is better sex and better sexual health for everyone. How are we going to achieve that? Through wearables that deliver people genuinely valuable information through self-tech wearables. We sometimes call them underwearables. Who here has a wearable? Who here has a wearable that tells them about their sexual health? Obviously, there's a gap. Nocturnal erections are a leading indicator of someone's cardiovascular health. A healthy man and woman has 3 to 5 per night. If that number goes down, that person has a cardiovascular problem or significant medication side effect problem. And no one here would know about that other than me, and it's time for women to have that opportunity. We're all on a path from fitness to dysfunction, and we're navigating blind. We need data to tell us where we are. If we have a problem, we'd like to stop there. We don't want to continue deteriorating. We want to either stop or be able to retrace our steps, and we need data in order to accomplish that. So we have invented the first clitoral health tracker in the world. We're calling it Clitique. Let me show you quickly what we've done on the men's side. We launched this a year and a half ago. This is the tech ring. We have accumulated data on 44,000 erections. We have dick data that no one else in the world has, and that data is extremely valuable. What does it tell men? Well, one, overnight, it counts the number of nocturnal erections that are so valuable. One, during sex, it measures the impact of common diseases, diabetes, hypertension, atherosclerosis, common medications that are killers of sexual pleasure. We call them the cock and clit killers, antihypertensives, antidepressants. This is proven technology. We have an app. Of course, you have to have an app. We give people a score. People receive valuable healthcare notifications. But that's enough man talk. I'm going to turn you over to my wife, and Justin, who's our artistic creator.
Okay. So, as you may or may not know, I'm sure you all know, women have arousal problems. And, I'm sure some of you in this room do too. You've heard, you can't get wet, it's taking too long to come, and you go to your doctor, and what do they say? They say, well, here, try more foreplay, how about you use some lube? But they don't have any tools. So we're actually giving urologists and gynecologists tools to measure your sexual health. And it's just, let me go to the next slide. So as Elliot said, there's a gap. I mean, we have wearables that will tell you, how many steps you took. We have, devices that'll tell you how much you weigh. Well, we now have a man's product that will actually tell you about your nocturnal erections, which most people don't even know exist. Most men don't even know they exist because they're sleeping. I could ask anybody in this room, how many nocturnal erections did you have? And they don't know because people don't. They know about morning wood, but actually a healthy man will have 4 to 7 erections while they're sleeping, and it's the body's way of keeping the genitals healthy. If you never got blood down there, when you needed it, that tissue wouldn't function properly. And it's the same thing with the clitoris. And you may wonder what that pink thing is down there. Well, that is the clitoris. And all of us think that it's the part that's circled. But in fact, the clitoris is a much larger organ than we know, and it fills up with blood. when it's aroused, and it actually sort of doubles in volume. And I've heard that as much blood as goes into a penis actually goes into a clitoris. And so we've divided, here's our device. It will be worn as in the last side view there. So it'll be held into the vagina. We've designed it, actually I've got one in my pocket. We've designed it so that it will be narrow enough that that the muscles of the outer part of the vagina will hold it in place. And we designed it like the male device so that you could actually wear it during sex too. So this section will rest on the clitoris, and this will be inside, and actually there's enough room for a penis to go behind. And so you could actually measure your sexual function when you're having sex too, not just what's going on at night. And that'll help you to understand something that we really don't know much about, which is what are the impacts of medication? I'm sure half of you are on birth control. What does that do? And with this device, you could actually get a baseline before you start taking birth control and see what happens. Or antidepressants, that's another one that a lot of people use. We think that it has an impact. Well, maybe, Prozac does, but Wellbutrin doesn't. And with this, you can actually see, because you're going to be measuring nocturnal erections, which are also, an indication of your general health. And this next slide shows how it's going to work. So you'll on an app, which we've already developed for our male device, you'll upload your data in the morning, and you'll have something that looks like that. This one has sex first and then nocturnal erections afterwards. So you'll get data about sex, but you'll also get data about, the nighttime. So we've already, one of the advantages that we have is that we've already got a product for men. So a lot of this information can easily be transferred to women. And I just wanted to explain the name too. I mean, we're calling it, here we are in the FemmeTech lab. Well, the word is obviously, already out there, but we're calling it MyFemmeTech because it's going to give you personal data that you can use in the privacy of your home without a prescription to see how you're doing. And so and everybody's different. So one drug might affect your friend, but not you. Birth control one form might be better than another, but it will be directed at your data. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Elliot, and he can talk about the first business.
There's just one thing I'd like to add to what Ann said, that we've already tested the sensors on 38 women. We've demonstrated the sensors work. We have a form that cannot be easily expelled overnight. It will not be expelled having sex in multiple positions. We've tested it on ourselves. And what we need right now is to marry the sensor to the form, and we're confident we can accomplish that in a few months. So this is where we are with FemmeTech. We hard launched at the Consumer Electronics Show a year and a half ago. We sold 12,000 products. Our annualized income is trending to $800,000 in net sales. There are 4 publications by world-renowned urologists that have already been accepted for publication. There are another 9 underway. This product is well on the way to becoming the standard for care, self-care, and for research in urology. This is taking urology into the 21st century. We're going to pursue a similar business model on the female side. There will be research. First, we'll aggressively beta test it. We have a lot of volunteers, some who are in the audience here. We will aggressively do research to get its credibility among sexologists and gynecologists. There will be organic marketing. We will then progress to significant media buys. On the male side, we currently have one hospital contract. We'll have more. We'll have the same thing here. We'll be negotiating with clinics, women's clinics and men's clinics to get more business. The team, I've started 6 companies. I've had 4 exits. This one's a legacy. This is my favorite project. This one is going to transform urology and gynecology and sexology by making them objective, giving everyone here personal, actionable data. Dr. Winters is a leading sex thought leader in social media in the United States, as well as a urologist and a researcher. David Yellen is an expert in sensor technology. We're here seeking funding. We're looking for between $750,000 and $3 million in order to launch the product. With about $750,000 and $1 million, we can have this product on the market in 1 year.
All right. Thank you. We are running over time, so we have time for one question.
Great pitch. I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't know if anyone's ever told me about dick data in a so the first time for everything. Maybe tell me a little bit more about the distribution and go-to-market. You mentioned the male product, but is there a specific focus in terms of the type of user that you're going after with the female product? Are there specific demographics, etc.?
That's a good question. And we think it's going to be a reflection of what we've seen on the male side. So we basically have two spikes on the male side. We have younger men who are into biohacking, and they want their data. We think that, and we're talking about people between the ages of 25 and 45. We think that's going to be an even larger market on the female side. Women spend more money on their sexual health. Men spend more money on sexual health care. They're more interested, as you're going to gather from a lot of the startups here, they're more interested in the data than men are. That will be one target. And the other target are women, are postmenopausal women, who are premenopausal women have protection against heart disease. They lose that. Postmenopausal women have all the same problems that men do with diabetes, hypertension, atherosclerosis, and they take more medications than men do that have an impact on their sexual health. Menopause should not be sexual doom, and unfortunately, it is for many women. And also, we also think that premenopausal market will be larger too, because unlike men, many women who are premenopausal take hormones, and they also take SRI depressants 5 times as much as men do, and those things are killers of their pleasure. And we would like to actually see the usage of those things largely eliminated, and the elimination justified by technology.